This is my first RCOS meeting, so nice to meet you all. I'm currently the Rules and Elections Chair of the Student Senate. And so what's been thrown around for a while, some of you guys may have known Riley Hamilton or William Todd. They were both interested in getting an electronic voting system up and running and getting our old website and other stuff updated. And so I'm trying to finally get that rolling. So this is the website we have right now. You can ignore this for now because I think the priority should be on getting electronic voting down, and then I can go into the problems we have on the website. So first of all, currently we use approximately 1,000 ballots or so for freshman elections alone, and 2 or 3 times that for the final elections during GM week. And we really would like a way to kind of reduce all the effort and wasted paper that goes into that. And so we, honestly, I don't have the experience or the know-how to get something like that up and running, but I do have more or less what I want. And I apologize for not bringing PowerPoint this week. Going to make one this weekend, but typing hit the building. Everything is. But, okay, so what I want from this electronic voting system, and as I understand it, work can start next semester because you guys have projects that you're working on already. But by GM week, I'd like to have some kind of beta test or at least one poll site. And at this poll site, I'd like to see computer screens. I've been told people prefer touch screens, but I don't know if the resources will be there to do that. But computer screens, touch, or keyboard, that people can type in their VIN number. It brings up the voting options they have. They can they can just enter they can choose the candidates they want, and they can type in the write-in candidates that they want. And so that sounds straightforward enough, but my real concern is about security. So like making this as secure as possible, and trying to maintain some level of anonymity by the voters. So, is there anyone here, well, just having gone over that so far, who would be interested in working on that?
Well, real quick, do you have access to the database that has the RIMs?
Yes,
Okay.
yes I do, and I can show it to you guys.
That's a big problem usually. We don't have that sort of access to that.
I do.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, I have access to all of that, all the behind-the-scenes stuff you guys have. I just don't have any of the tech experience or the manpower. So, that,
Well, first, does anyone know of any open source kind of systems?
There's a collective Congress.
I've heard about it.
Dan Vegito was doing that for a while, and I don't know if he's still working on it, but it was kind of working last time I saw it.
Kind of. Okay. So, just so far, is anyone interested in working on that next semester? Because it's kind of a big project. It's both hardware and software, and it's on kind of a tight time frame.
Not interested. Open source.
Because honestly, I think this will help you guys a lot because everyone, during GM week, everyone goes up even just to get the mug during the bonuses. Like we give away over 3,000 mugs every year, and during that we can have like a little sign that says, "Hey, new electronic voting system brought to you by RCOS." The GM week committee is kind of pressuring me to do this because they have their celebrations and stuff and all their events going on, and this would greatly decrease the amount of time my committee would spend just counting ballots, because we actually have to go through the ballots, and those of you who have voted in the past, every time that someone writes down Arthur Galpin or the Moose onto that writing space, we have to count that. Well, we don't, but we have to look at it and see. And Sophia here and Ascari, who was here earlier, can attest that they're both on rules and regulations. So, and I think I do need help with this, and
So it does look like a big project for next semester. I also, is there anyone in the RCOS Security Club in this room? So is that a secret? I still don't.
Kind of okay.
It's technically the basement room.
It is the bed.
That's technically a second off the grid.
So it seemed like this would be a cool project for our coast and the security crew to kind of put together in conjunction. So we'll watch for this in the list of projects that will be going through email over the next few weeks and in January. Definitely watch for this project. We'll get some more details on it. Definitely going to send me more details. Put them together and get them out to the crew.
and so I guess
The question is why does that have to be announced? Because I think the current situation is that you have to,
no, it's
I'm a little confused as to what you
oh sorry. Yeah, it is kind of confusing because when you guys vote, you're not anonymous to me. Because we do look people up or charging people for taking extra marks or whatnot. But what I really meant by that is that I think it was more on I guess it was more on the screen. I guess like people looking at the screen. Sorry, that's really confusing. But that's just one of the concerns that's been brought up to me again and again. Like, Brett, you have to keep it this anonymous. So.
Rather than having a polling center, why don't you just build like...
No, it can't. Good question, but I know where you're going with that. It has to be a polling center because GM Week is one of RPI's oldest traditions, and I'm not interested in letting it die just because people don't want to leave their rooms and vote for it. I mean,
So you might get
Does
better
it-
voter turnout.
I'm less concerned
But
about
they have to send the mugs to everybody too.
Yeah, exactly.
How about you
So-
only get the mug if you go to
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Yeah,
That's what it's.
well, still,
or you
it's
just
like
have a list of all the people and like have like one to go.
that could happen, but honestly, I'm not interested in that happening just because we want people like guys. These people work so hard to put on all these great events for you guys. Everyone gets a day off of school. I mean, during GM Week, we want people out and about as much as possible. And the voting, that's like it's not really the main focus, but even though it's supposed to be, but it's part of GM Week, and were it not part of such an old RPI tradition, I might be willing to allow an online system to be named, but that's not the
For implementation, it almost doesn't matter as long as it has interface.
right.
You can have it, at least for this implementation of GM, we just on certain machines. Whereas a more general open source version could be have it anywhere. So that might not even matter.
So, is there a reason why RINs would be used instead of like RCS login?
I think ideally it's because they're more, I guess I hesitate to say they're more secure, but they're more unique.
How's that?
Well, everyone has one. Okay, sorry, not unique because everyone has a different password for their RCS login, but it's just how it's been done so far, and honestly, it makes it much easier on us because every person because I have a RIN database, obviously I don't have the RCS login database. I can't, and for tracking to make sure everyone is
It
on.
was that it was possible to just to query that or something. The RCS login.
Maybe, but honestly,
So RCS logins can change over time, like you can request an RCS change and that can mess up the data.
yeah, that, and
Use like
I think,
authentication.
and this may be out of the scope of this year, but I guess I'd like at some point to see people just, swiping their IDs in order to vote instead of manually voting. And so I think that's where this project could head if I get the proper help.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm just going to sneak in, but definitely when you write up the specs in more detail for me, just add that as a requirement or as a potential thing that happens. We have a cards reader thing that people just put their ID near it and it has it written in and whatever other.
Okay, because I was kind of,
So we have the technology, not to use it.
we can read it on there. given past discussions with other people that you guys, well, people didn't have that technology, so.
Never doubt it.
So yeah, that's great to hear.
Out of curiosity, do you actually care? So giving a ballot, do you actually care who submitted that ballot? Like,
Yes.
do you care about having a record of that? Or do you
We
only care
do.
that every ballot was submitted by a valid user?
I'm sorry.
So, like, giving a ballot, do you want to have an association to who submitted it? Or do you only care that a ballot was submitted by a valid user?
Yeah, we do, currently as it stands right now, to make sure that everyone, well, not only is who they said are, but, is entering all the information properly. We take their ID from them and compare it against the written on the ballot. And so, yeah, we do want to make sure that every ballot is valid, and we do want to authenticate that each person will vote twice.
That's the problem I was thinking of when I mentioned RCS login, that would be at least the way I think to verify.
Yeah, it is possible. Yeah, we have run into problems of people using like other people's rings in the past. That's your concern, right? Like people using other people's rings. And so yeah, we might have to and that's why we only you must have an ID in order to vote as it stands right now. And if there was a way, I haven't thought of a solution to this yet, but maybe you guys could, of authenticating that the ID matches the person, and the RIN number matches the ID. That'd be great, because honestly, like I said, I have access to the RIN database. I don't have access to the RCS logins and stuff.
I think that does answer your question earlier. I think with all the different systems on campus, some are just RIN-based, some do have the RCS IDs, so I think RINs are usually more readily available, just in general. Any last question? Excellent, cool. Well, definitely send me a lot of details.
Okay, I will.
Thank you.
Okay, so thanks a lot, guys, and I guess I'll be back.